on this computer. There we go. Thanks, Kim. Yeah, Julia, my favorite day is November 1st, so I can go get sale candy at the drugstore. Why isn't my video going? There we go. Hello.
I thought you were going to say you're going to put up your holiday decorations already. I was like, oh, wow, you're really into Christmas.
That's my sister. So I'll be going over to her house. We usually try to get her to hold off until Remembrance, like Veterans Day, but we'll see. She does get sneaky and starts it basically this week. So depends on how busy she is.
Well, I suppose too, because in Canada, we celebrate Thanksgiving really early. So we tend to just like go for it after Halloween.
Yeah,
We're like right
exactly.
into Christmas. Whereas I feel like it's nice to lead up with Thanksgiving in the US. I kind of wish we had that as well. Maybe I'll celebrate US Thanksgiving this year.
Right, and I do now. I get
Oh, you do, of course. Yes.
Yeah, I get turkey for 3 months in a row. So all right. Well,
awesome.
Oh, hello, William. Thank you so much from Vancouver, West Coast, right? Awesome.
Yay!
Well, thank you so much for everyone who has joined us today. And we've recorded so we can share with those who may have missed today. Julie and I are super excited about today's presentation because, like we were saying, we've closed out October and we are just like full on like in holiday mode, and we can't wait for Santa to get here in December. So Julia, do you mind introducing yourself and sharing a couple tidbits about yourself?
Yeah, absolutely. So I work for Inside Sales as well as regional business consultant for Vancouver Island on the West Coast in Canada. Today we're really excited just to bring you the holiday looks and season along with New York Fashion Week. So for me, that's always something that's near and dear to my heart with Bumble and Bumble is our link to backstage fashion and hair. And I think that really translates well this season, particularly with our holiday sets.
Yeah. I absolutely agree. And Julia, like we've known each other for a super long time, and you've always been like super on point, super fashionable. You have like a background in like fashion design. Is that correct?
Yeah, from so long ago. Yeah, that's amazing memory you've got.
Yeah. So you're always, I don't know, to me, we've known each other for probably 15 years. You've always been someone who has like truly been a great representation of hair and just fashion and on point for each season. So I don't know if I've ever shared that with you before, but
you're so sweet.
Still is today.
Filling up my heart today, Alicia. Yeah. Thank you.
It's Monday. I'm getting into the cheerful and the thankful season here. So my name's Alicia Hamagishi. I work as the regional business consultant for Canada. And if you haven't guessed already, Julia and I are both Canadian. So they put the crazy Canadians together to host this class for you. And we were talking a lot about, our time and our history working together, working with Bumble, having the influence from New York and New York Fashion Week. But we thought it would be really fun this morning to kick it off with a little bit of a quiz. And you can come off mute or type into the chat, but we want to know what are some of the Canadian words or slang words that you might be familiar with for a little bit of Canadian trivia. So what's a slang word or a Canadian term that you are aware of?
I'll start us off, Alicia. Toque is one of my favorite Canadian terms, which Americans...
Does anyone know what a toque is? That's another good question. Aside from Young, she'll know what it is. Amy said. Everyone's going on Google really quickly. I'll do another one. I've probably dropped it a couple times.
Yeah, there could be. Oh, there we go. We got A from Alicia. There could be some prizes to involve for some extra above and beyond Canadian trivia words.
Well, we'll give everyone a couple minutes, and you can type them in as they come to you, or maybe they'll notice as we do this class today. But a toque, for anyone who's not familiar, a toque is also a beanie. It's the same thing. It's the little hat we put on our heads to keep our heads warm in the winter. Awesome.
How about Canadian tuxedos? Anybody know what that is?
Timberlake and Britney Spears, they know all about the Canadian tuxedo. They wore that to the Grammys, or was it the Grammys that one year? They wore like those the jean.
Was that in the 90s when she was into her real low rider
Yeah,
pants?
low
Okay,
rider. Yeah, it
gotcha.
was that
Yeah,
fashion era. Yeah,
yeah, got it. Okay, yeah, that
totally
makes
copy
sense.
that. Well, let's get into today's presentation and looking at 2021 holiday season trends. So Julia, I guess I'll put this on you knowing that, you're a huge follower of fashion itself, New York Fashion Week, and you've been with Bumble for so many years. So you've seen the
Mhm.
transition from hairs to fashion. So tell us a little bit about what you saw this year in New York Fashion Week.
Yeah, do you mind going to the next? Oh,
Yeah, there
perfect.
we go.
Thank you. Yeah, so September this year, I was so excited to see us get back into backstage fashion. And we had so much fun doing these shows. I mean, Parenza Schuler always has an incredible show. We worked really closely with Ula Johnson, Christian Cowan, several others, which we're going to mention toward the end of the class as well, so that you guys can all follow these amazing designers, but also the hairdressers behind them that were working so diligently and hard. So one of my favorite looks is that punk minimal modern pony that we saw a lot throughout several different designers. So whether it was a low pony, a high pony, you can see here with this look, there's some added black thread to kind of help to bind the hair. Or we saw lots of rope braids, twisting, tons of just different ways to bind the hair, which I thought was cool. I especially love how, it slipped back. We use, did you know we use about 250 bottles of thickening spray when we do New York Fashion Week?
No, but that makes sense because I love thickening spray and I use it on everything.
Yeah. So thickening spray, holding spray, those two together, you're going to get like that beautiful, slicked back style, or you can get that big, beautiful Texas hair, whether, you're slicking it back or you're blowing it out. You can't go wrong with thickening spray. I also really love Parenza Schuler. We saw lots of natural texture. So whether, you're looking at your own natural curl and enhancing, or they were blowing it out, using curling irons, making it look more natural. To me, that looks like effortless, flowy. It really kind of lends itself to the season. And then another great look we saw was the low chignon. So whether it was really, structured, as you can see in this image with the bun and pulled back, or it was looser, all of these looks really translate well into what's happening for fall, but also for our season boxes, which I'm really, really excited for.
Yeah, and that's what I love about what we see at New York Fashion Week because it's such an editorial inspiration, and it's something that we can retranslate into the salon and also for our clients. So in certain situations, we may see somebody who might find like, an editorial low chignon might be have like a little bit too much going on with it, but we can take that concept and then we can retranslate it into something a little bit more streetwear.
Yeah. So these are definitely more like that runway to real way look. Do you have a favorite this season?
I do. I'm like, yes, I do. Well, I think, for anyone who can see me on Zoom or who does know me, that natural texture is, I would say, my natural comfort that I would go to in terms of wearing every day. So I love to see that link between what we saw at Fashion Week and then what we're still seeing in everyday hair, that natural texture. But again, to take it to the next level, especially because I'm not somebody who washes my hair every day, I try to get anywhere from 4 to 7 days, like in between washing my hair. So as the
Nice.
days go on, my hair starts to go up, especially at night, because I sometimes get like a little like itchy on my neck. So if I'm going out or out for dinner, I like to have my hair up off my shoulders. So for me, it's the chignons that I think are speaking a lot to me. In the past, I used to always do like a really high structured bun, but I'm trying to get away from that and find different ways to be able to style my hair like more loosely. So again, I'm keeping the integrity of my hair. So I absolutely love these like low, loose, soft chignons. They're just super sexy. They can be transformed with a little bit more of an accessory to dress it up, or you can keep it like really simple and clean, like we're seeing in these images here.
Yeah, so I love this because it's really approachable and something that within our holiday sets, we have the instructions on the how to. But these to me are very doable for clients, but also for stylists in the salon. And they make for really quick, easy styling. And also I love that you mentioned like with the natural texture, you really want to start with that healthy hair. So we've kept that in mind for our holiday sets this year.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Well, let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at the set itself, and then we'll look back more at the looks and a bit more about the hair again. So in terms of our holiday sets, I'm super excited again this year that we have 5 sets in total, and 3 of which are brand new that we haven't seen before. So again, to your point, where we're taking in, what are the looks and the trends, what are the type of hair that we're seeing, and what are the needs of the clients right now. These box sets hit the point for all of those categories. And it's also, when we look at holiday shopping, it's really about that once a year added value that you're getting from your shopping experience or your gifting experience.
That's what I was just trying to do.
I like to say like, 1 for you, 2 for me. I'm kind of that type of shopper. I tend to get into all the goodies that I buy for everybody else and then go out again and get them for them. But it really is a great, like, you get value added with all the products that you are purchasing within the box. And the products within the box are really hitting those key marks of the hair needs to really create that healthy, like glamorous hair that people are going to be attracted and curious about trying more of.
Yeah. And I love these sets for the value that it offers for our clients. So they really automatically give you that gift with purchase. And within the sets, you can see, there's complementary product within them. So it makes sense, even just as a client perspective, buying their regular restock, they may as well get this. And maybe there's something in there that's new for them, or they get a free sample. And I love that we've listened to the salons as well. You guys were asking us for full size product sets, which we've done with the deluxe hydration set, as well as the curl loving set, which we've never seen before. And then the 2 new bond sets as well. So I think these are going to do incredibly well for all of the salons.
Yeah. So Julia, as much as I love, buying the presents, I also love opening the presents. So let's
absolutely,
box, right? That's the best part. Let's open the box. So let's check out and see what's inside of them, and then the hair inspiration that's linked to it.
Cool. Yeah. All right. Well, do you want me to kick this one off?
Yeah.
Okay, amazing. So yeah, I love this hydration collection. As you know, or you probably know, our Hairdressers Invisible Oil family is our #1 selling family in all of the Bumble products. And then the primer specifically is our #1 selling product of all of the Bumble products in all the world. So I love that about it. Everybody loves it because it offers that instant hydration, detangles, it's got that thermal protection. It's really going to start that healthy hair right out of the shower as your first step before you do any sort of styling. I love this one because it includes the complimentary shampoo and conditioner sample packet, as well as the travel size Hairdressers Invisible Oil mask, which literally makes my hair feel like butter. Like it just makes it so soft, super smooth, incredibly easy to detangle. And I love that we have these 2 looks featured. So, you've got like day 1, maybe you're going to go out, you want to, rope braid your hair, have a really awesome look. And then day 2 or day 3, we've got this beautiful blown out look with the hair accessories as well. So with this look, Alicia, do you feel like this is something that you could easily do yourself or a client could do?
Yeah, I think so, because, when we look at this box itself, the shampoo, conditioner, as well as the primer is really going to set up the foundation of the hair. So even if you're air drying or blow drying with this on its own, you're still going to have that polished slip feeling from the hair. If we wanted to elevate it and take it like 1 step further, especially with like structure and hold, I might add thickening spray on top of that. Like you had talked about, thickening spray being such a key role within New York Fashion Week and with styling. And there's a reason why we use so much of it. We could layer on thickening spray, whether it's on wet or dry hair, to restructure it. But when I look at this visual, like the visual is just so easy to follow, where it's really like 2 elastics at the end, where we can do like one as a mid brace, where we can structure and kind of anchor the first ponytail, and then take the 2 pieces of hair and just really twist with our fingers and then rope them around and then ponytail together. So really, you can take anywhere from like 30 minutes if you really want to create like strong structure. But you could do this as quickly as 5 minutes as a quick restyle for going out, or just like changing that like Zoom hair needing.
I think even in a pinch, like let's say you don't have time for the blowout, like you can see in the image, it almost has that wet look feeling to it. So even if you like get some thickening spray or something in there to like help hold the hair in place. And I love that tip of the 2 elastics on the ends, because that's one thing I always have a challenge with is the rope braid, and remembering like in my mind, you got to like, take the sections and wrap them the same way and then wrap it around the opposite way. So it does take a little practice, but I think a really super easy, simple, elegant look.
Yeah. And well, 2 things I'll say on that is like, it's like, my joke from when I was 5 years old is like preparation is key in like all stages of life. So like get elastics, get spray, get everything out first and get them ready. Because how many times have you like had the perfect ponytail and then you're reaching crazily for like an elastic that you can't find? So get all those out in front of you first. But the other thing is, our Bumble and Bumble YouTube channel is so amazing as well. So if you're still looking for more tips, or you want to have like a bit more of a how-to and see it like on a visual perspective, we can always go into YouTube and you'll find these inspirations there as well too.
That's a great tip, Alicia. Thank you for that. Yeah, that's something we can always encourage our clients to look at as well. It's just like, here's a couple of quick, simple videos once you're at home, and, get those tips and get that inspiration, but also like the how-to, I think is really important, because sometimes clients feel a little bit, they're kind of like, oh, what do I actually do? But what's also great about this is each set has the instructions on the back of the box. Exactly. So it's super simple and very easy, step by step, telling you which product to put in when. And I think that'll be key for this season.
I agree. So let's look at the second box that we have. So this is, I'm living my best life looking at this inspiration photos right now. So we have our second HIO box. But the pointed difference of this box is you're actually getting 2 full-size products, which is a full-size shampoo and conditioner. And again, to what you had mentioned before, hearing our clients' feedback, we ask the questions. We love to hear about holiday feedback on how we can adjust, our strategy for holiday every year. And that was the one key piece of feedback that we've heard over the past couple of years is more full size. So this year we do have 2 boxes that have the full size in it. The one is centering around our HIO, which is called our deluxe hydration, where you get the full size shampoo and conditioner, and then the travel of the mask and the primer. So again, we say at Bumble and Bumble, great hair starts in the shower, and this box is representing all of that. And with this box set, again, you can take it from those like natural like waves or like that natural structured hair, and then again, take it to your evening or your second day look, or even, look 1, where we can start to transition the hair into more of like a loose textured or a loose chignon type of look. And what I love about these 2 images is you get 2 like really nice variations of it. Like one, which is kind of that variation of that French roll, something again, Bumble is very influential about, where we use influences of that in a lot of our work and creativity. And then you have more of like your classic low French chignon as well too, that creates like this really beautiful, like soft, like pieceiness to it that you can keep like super simple and casual, or then again, dress it up and make it a bit more advanced.
Yeah, I love the looseness of it. To me, it lends itself to romance and just like softness, and having that like little bit of extra around the face is really beautiful. So when you're pulling the hair back, Alicia, like what do you recommend? Like how do you recommend, like I know it's sort of step 3 to step 4, it says pin in place, use hairpins, but is there anything, like any pro tips that you have for kind of making it a little bit easier?
Yeah, so there's a couple things. So I'm like been really big on the TikTok, Julia. I don't post anything, but I love watching the TikTok and getting a lot of inspiration. Honestly, for myself, when I have a lot of this like natural loose texture, I tend to go more with elastics. My hair does stay pretty secure with an elastic or with a scrunchie itself. So generally what I'll do is I'll pull my hair back. I have a black background, it's hard to see, but I will do some like pulling in around my hairline just to get through some of those pieces so they sit a little bit more loosely. But I like to just anchor an elastic around the back and just pull like individual pieces. I find that if I do that first, it creates more of a looser texture. And then if I need to anchor any pieces back that went a little rogue, as I like to call them, I can use those bobby pins and just kind of circle them and then brace them back into the elastic. I find myself personally, if I go too crazy with bobby pins right away, I end up making it a little bit too tight and maybe a little too set looking. And I lose that natural kind of organic feeling that I want from the softness. So I tend to be more of an elastic anchorer because I really like to have that kind of messy, dressy sort of feeling to it. But absolutely, you could also just anchor with an elastic first, and then you could loop some individual bobby pins around each hair and then anchor it into the elastic too. There's so many ways I could go forever. I should have had a background mirror to be able to do something.
No, you're good. I gotcha.
Dark background.
Yeah, so maybe we should ask in the chat because, you know, we've got our hairstylist experts with us on the class today. What do you guys like to use in terms of product for, you know, styling hair to set it? Like we talked about thickening spray, but do you have any other favorites that you guys would like to share? Or Alicia, do you have a favorite as well?
Well, I do have a couple favorites. So this one would be blow dried into the hair, but one of my favorites for setting hair, especially as we start getting, you see some of the other collections like your hair, Julia, that has a little bit more like volume to it. I love styling lotion. Like to me, styling lotion is such a key player, especially if I'm trying to build. If we look at this first one with like the chignon, like a little bit more like volume and structure here, I like to have that because it really sets my roots up so it stays and it holds, and then everything else can be built around it. And I'm also a big fan of spray to mode.
Spray to mode's awesome.
Cool. I'm a hairspray girl. I love, like, I feel like no matter what, everyone just needs like a little shot of the hairspray at the very end.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Surf Foam Spray Blow Dry. That's always in my bathroom. I like the texture it gives, and the volume, but it's just like that perfect mix of like a mousse and a sea salt spray. So I feel like I can get like you say, like 4 to 7 days out of hair using that product.
Yeah. And the products within the deluxe hydration box here, like the shampoo, conditioner, and then the mask and the primer. What I love about this is, again, like it's really setting up that great hair for hydration. So if you have somebody who has finer hair and or thicker hair, they're going to get a component of moisture. And then as we start layering on more of our styling aids, then we can start building up the hold to the hair as well too.
Yeah.
You get that nice balance of both of them. And this box is really something that can be desirable for like any hair texture.
Totally. Oh, look, we've got Amy who says dry spun or bond building cream depends on the look.
Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah. Dry spun is another fantastic product for that.
Yeah. And actually, that's a really good point to what Amy made here as well, is that if you are somebody, especially at home, you know, it's one thing for someone who might have a bit of a hairdresser or creative hair background to them. But if you're somebody new, just trying to get that build and that texture on some of those high ponies or low chignons, dry spun's a great tool because it's essentially that back combing in the bottle that'll kind of puff up the hair more and build it without you having to do so much to it. So great call out, Amy.
Cool. Shall we move on to the next set?
Yeah.
Awesome.
So this one I'm equally as excited about. Again, that we're focusing on full sizes within this product, or within this box, I should say, but also that we have a box centered around the curly hair client or the curly hair hairdresser. Right now when I look at all of the hair that's coming out, all of those like textured shades, all the cuts, all the looks, it really is a curl moment. And I'm loving all of the natural curl that we're seeing. Like more and more, I want to get that perm just so I can have that like free flowing curling hair. And within this box, I love it because you're getting your great hair with your shampoo and conditioner, setting that foundation. You're getting your styling aid from our star product and our hero product, our curl defining cream, a travel of that. But then you're also getting that reactivating mist within the curl and a travel size, which is really key for curly hair people who are looking to restyle their hair into the day or into the next day, because it really helps to reactivate the curl, reactivate the product, move the product down the hair, and then they can layer on more as they need it. So this is really like the essential like toolbox for a curly hair consumer for the holiday season. I love it.
Agreed. And I think that you're right about the curly girls having that hair moment. Is we see so much natural texture right now. And I think every girl that has curly hair can use that additional TLC and hydration. And I like this holiday look too, because it's really simple. Like she's got a gorgeous, like she's rocking her natural texture, but then she's got like a cute little clip just to like hold back part of it. Yeah, there you go. And we were talking about the other day, like those twists in the 90s were super popular. There you go. Nice. You're all ready to go out now.
Now I'm ready. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like clip, right? It's
so gorgeous. Nice. Yes, exactly. So, with this look is great because you can diffuse your defining cream into the hair. You can air dry, wrap the curls around your finger to get that extra coil and that extra hydration. Or even day two, like that curl reactivating mist. My daughter loves that stuff. Like she can't live without it, and she restyles her hair every single day with it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. No more. I was going to say something and I lost my train of thought, so I apologize.
Oh, good. Well, we can keep moving. We can come back if it comes back. All right. So bond building. I'm so excited that we have 2 different sets this year. Alicia, you're a little zoomed in. Is there any way to like zoom out just a tiny, not you yourself personally, the screen? I don't know. It's just, maybe it's just my screen. It's all good.
I'm afraid of hitting a button. I'll try.
Okay.
No.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to mess you up there. It's all good. We'll just leave it. We're fine. So you can see here, gorgeous natural texture, especially the blonde. Like her hair just looks so healthy. And I'm maybe have a little bit of jealousy over that healthy, gorgeous blonde hair right now. But within this bond collection, that's really going to set the stage for gorgeous, healthy hair. So with this one, we have the travel size bond shampoo, the bond repair conditioner, and then we have a full size of the repair treatment, which I'm absolutely obsessed with and I use on a weekly basis. I've noticed it's made such a difference in the length of my hair, the strength of my hair. When I brush it, I don't have those little angel tear breakage anymore. If you're looking for what was the way you described the hair, Alicia? If you're going for the boyfriend hair?
My joke is always, well, I guess now it's husband hair, but like my husband likes me to keep my hair long, but I call it the boyfriend hair, which is like the last like 3 or 4 inches that I should cut off, but I don't because like my husband wants to keep it long. So I'm like, oh, okay. And then when I go to the hairdresser, I'm like, okay, just a trim, right? Just like the tiniest little bit. And they're like, really, girl, we need to take like 4 inches off your hair.
Well, this is going to help you keep it longer and stronger and grow it faster. It really does help. Like I love how it's building those bonds from within the cortex of the hair. It's got the honey preserving complex. It's increasing elasticity, reducing frizz, reducing breakage. Also, like it smells incredible and it's super, super hydrating. So anybody with any sort of mechanical damage, especially if they're using their blow dryer like I do, I use my flat iron to do those flat iron curls or my curling iron. This is going to help you get to gorgeous, long, beautiful hair. So within this, like, do you have any suggestions in terms of like layering on additional product to help protect and maintain that gorgeous long hair?
Yeah, and I think it's a really good point because when we start working into like damaged hair that has like either it's physical, mechanical, or chemical damage, it's always that fine line of a balance between um, your repair aspect and then also the moisture component to it. So for me, I would definitely layer in a primer, like probably more so, or a treatment. So it really depends on like what's going on with the hair. You can use something like our HIO primer if you're looking for something kind of more everyday. If you're
Mm-hmm.
looking for something a little bit more specific, I might go into the HIO Ultra Rich treatment. That
Oh,
one has the hyaluronic acid in it, so it's going to be really great for the links and ends for improving like more moisture and control and frizz control to get those smooth looks. But as we're going into the dry hair season and the dry scalp season, that hyaluronic acid is also going to be super moisturizing and nurturing for the scalp area too. So I know if I'm giving it about like 3 weeks and my regime's going to be shifting from kind of my summer fall to like my dry winter regime of hair products.
great
So
idea. Yeah.
that would be something I would use. And I would definitely be using one of the blow dry creams with this product. So again, depending on kind of like what your hair texture is and what you're doing. As Amy had mentioned, the bond building styling cream would link really amazing, especially if your primary challenge is split ends, dry, frizzy type of hair, and you want it to be super soft and shiny. But again, if you kind of sit on another road like myself, where I have combination hair where my scalp can get a little bit oily, because a
Mm-hmm.
lot of my hair is natural, I tend to go more into an all style blow dry cream because they have those
Yeah.
cream to powder. So it has those Preda powders in there to help extend my style for a little bit longer. So any of those, and that also aids in additional heat protection. Anytime we're using one of those blow dry creams, we want to ensure if we're keeping the hair smooth, we're keeping it healthy, we're keeping it shiny, we're using, all the elements that are going to protect the hair from further damage.
Awesome. Love that. Yeah. Another one you could do layer in is maybe the thermal protection mist, especially if you're
Oh,
doing your curling iron, right?
right.
I love
The
that
one I
product.
forget to do, right? We're not all perfect, but I'm like, I did it all. And then I forgot. I'm like, oh yeah.
Oh
Just heat
gosh, I feel
protection.
like, if you've got, the key is just like remembering some sort of heat protection, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
Awesome.
Cool.
Well,
Okay, let's look at the last set that we have.
which is exactly what you were saying.
Yeah, I love, love, love this one. So we have the full size thermal protection mist. And I like this set so much because everyone was asking, like, we need something that's just like a really easy heat protectant styling product that you can spray and mist into the hair. So this one's been super, super popular. I love that we have it in the full size. You get the travel size bond building treatment, and then you get a sample of the shampoo conditioner. So this is a great way to introduce your clients into something new. If they haven't already tried the Bond shampoo and conditioner, they're going to fall in love with it as soon as they try it. And so with this set, we really want to encourage people to rock that pony, whether it's a high pony or a low pony. You can see here, on the left, the model, she's got her hair wrapped around the top, which is really cute. Kind of, you could do like a half up, half down, which I've seen a lot of as well. Or I love this like velvet ribbon, like it adds so much elegance and fun. And I love that pop of color as well.
Yeah.
So starting with, again, like, that repair treatment, shampoo, conditioner in the shower. And then you can use the thermal protection mist as a finishing spray. I've also seen stylists use it as a wet spray as a heat protection. We don't traditionally recommend it that way, but I love that our stylists are trying products in different ways because you're always going to get more value out of it that way too.
Yeah. And you never know, like not everybody's like shampooing and blow drying their hair as well. And I've definitely seen
Mm.
it with some of our clients within Vancouver where they'll recommend it and people will put it in like they shower before they go to sleep. And then they'll spray like a little bit in before they go to sleep. And then it's just really easy for them to like get up and then restyle their hair right away. And they do have some element of heat protection. So we just
Cool.
never know kind of how our clients are styling their hair or where they're styling their hair. If I have a couple minutes for, a funny story when we first launched this product, I was driving home or maybe to see a client, I'm not sure, but I was driving and I saw this girl in this like big truck and she's flipping her hair around. And I couldn't help but notice her because she's flipping her hair around. And what I realized is she actually had a flat iron plugged into like a cigarette lighter and she was flat ironing her hair in the truck.
Oh, wow.
So again, I'm thinking, in my head, like heat protection, we don't know like how hot these irons are. And I wish I had like a bottle I could have just thrown to her in that moment, or at least a sample, so her hair had that added protection. So you just never know when people are like on the go or what they're doing. And, they're going from work, like to a Christmas party or out for dinner or whatever that is. Having a product like this on the go is such an essential product, like in your bag or whatever, like your touch-up bag is.
Yep. So there you go. You're going to get the full size and then you can come back to the salon, get the travel for your purse, or, just throw this one in your purse as well. But yeah, I think for this particular look, like I would probably throw in like a blow dry cream or some sort of additional product to give you a bit more structure and hold and longevity with the style. So like you could go for full form mousse, you could go with thickening spray, anything that's going to really give you like more, body and buoyancy to the hair. And then, go in with your thermal protection mist on dry hair, get those sections out and like do some really beautiful curls. I love both of these looks so much.
Yeah, me too. And I love how you were a beautiful representation of the high pony as well.
Oh, yeah, you know what? I mean, yeah, thank you. All right, cool. So I think that.
Oops, sorry. I was just going to reach out to the chat to see if there was any questions, any comments about the boxes or about any of the looks that we've shared today. I definitely think this is something that's doable and to work into, any of the, styles or the services that we're doing over the next 4 weeks. And, if you have a couple of minutes at the end of your appointment, just to even show or like demo like a quick restyle of some of the looks. I know when it comes to the clients, it's something that they hugely appreciate, just having some of those tips and tricks from the professionals.
Yep, absolutely. And we can, yeah.
Well, in holiday spirit, of course, we want to, give credit where credit's due for all the people and the work that they put into the looks, whether it's through our Bumble and Bumble looks, as well as the work on Fashion Week, and also everything that we see in terms of inspiration on bumbleandbumble.com and BB Pro. So we highly recommend that you guys go and check out these artists. They do such an amazing work and they really do capture the essence of what we're seeing from like an editorial stance to what we're seeing. And we're now envisioning in the salon channel and into the world of our creative artistry as we do hair in our individual salons. So check out everyone on our Instagram pages, as well as for those additional videos that you may want to see or have kind of as like how-tos. I highly recommend going to our Bumble and Bumble YouTube channel because those have more like in-depth videos on how to recreate some of these looks and beyond.
Yeah. And maybe I'll just point out too, so Guido Paulo, Lucas Wilson, and Bob Racine were partnered with us and work backstage. They have some incredible Instagram pages and the inspiration is just like flowing out of them. And it's really fun to check those particular stylists out. And then for our educators, it's me, Brittany Lee, Mr. Christian, Blood and Gold. So definitely follow those as well, because they'll give you a lot of great content and fun how-to videos as well.
Yeah, thank you, Julia.
Yeah, of course.
Well, we're wrapping up kind of near the end of our mini session here today on holiday hair. I just want to call it again. Are there any questions anybody has in terms of the looks, on where to find some of the resources? And we can type into the chat as well to the YouTube channels and everything if you're not following them as well. But if you don't have any other questions, we just want to say a big thank you from Julia and I for being with us today. We really appreciate the time that you're carving out of your day to be with us and to learn a little bit more in terms of what's going on and taking away a little bit of Bumble with you. And we're wishing everyone a happy, safe, and fun holiday season. I think like fun is a key element for me. And Julia, thank you for taking some time to do this with me today.
Thanks, Alicia. Yeah, thanks everybody for joining us. We really appreciate you, and please reach out with any questions anytime, and we'll fill you guys in.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Okay, thanks everyone.
Right.
Bye.
Have a great day. Bye.
Thanks, Alicia. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
See you later.
Bye.